What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. Happy Friday and happy Halloween. Yes, it's Halloween, guys, and we're here today to break down the Arrow Video January announcements on Halloween. I'm not going to lie, before we get into this, I'm a little disappointed, especially because it's Halloween and considering some of these announcements. I mean, there's one, I guess, kind of, I mean, if you're a fan of it, there's one kind of cool horror title to talk about, but we were anticipating some other stuff to come today and it's not here. So I don't want to be all, negative or doom and gloom, but it's kind of disappointing, but there's still some cool stuff to talk about. And for January, I think it's overall, before we get into it, I think it's a decent January for Arrow Video, but I am a little bit disappointed. Before we get into it, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we got 7 titles to discuss, so I don't want to take all day doing this. I should be able to get this out a little bit early. I'm going to try to put this up around 3 or 4 o'clock on the channel. I usually get this out late, but now I'm off on Friday, so I can do these announcements a little sooner. But right here, guys, let's talk about it. I'm tired of it, guys. I'm tired of these mother snakes. Okay, on this mother effing plane, we've got snakes on a plane coming to 4K, guys, from Arrow Video. Look at this, more Samuel L. Jackson in 4K, and I think we all kind of assumed this is what it would be. I know some people were speculating Anaconda, some people wanted Escape from New York, but this was definitely, in the cards for sure. This is a New Line Cinema title, Warner Brothers. This is perfectly in line with the deal that Arrow Video has with Warner Brothers. This just feels right. Like, this feels exactly the kind of release that Arrow Video would put out. It's a little, I don't know, is it disappointing to some people that this is not a chunky box? This is just a regular slipcover version, because to me, like, I grew up with Deep Blue Sea, but I feel like this movie kind of plays in the same genre as Deep Blue Sea. I would have assumed that it would have got that kind of treatment, but I don't know, guys. Snakes on a Plane coming to 4K. I can't say that it gets me like super excited. I saw this movie once in the theaters, and I saw it back in, I guess, 2006 when it came out, because it'll be celebrating its 20th anniversary. I remember enjoying it, but I never returned to it. Like, I have not seen it since the theaters. So, but it's Arrow Video. They're putting out a nice 4K. I'll definitely get this. I'll definitely talk about it on the channel. So I'm semi excited to watch it, because maybe, I don't know, maybe time will have been kind to this film. But I remember being super schlocky, but also kind of fun. But it's just a movie that, I don't know, I remember being kind of mediocre, mid, as the kids would say. But it is coming to 4K, so that means that we're all gonna talk about it, and we're gonna talk about it like it's some kind of hidden gem or masterpiece, right? That's what we do here on the internet. That's what YouTube does. Oh, that movie's coming? Hell yeah, it's getting to 4K. Let's go. I need to move myself down to the bottom. I feel like I hate when I'm like blocking the top. But I will say I like the little, is that what the airline was called in the movie? Was it called Serpentine? Like, I like that little kind of brochure packet thing with the plane on it. I think that's pretty cool. And then there looks to be something else, safety instructions. I guess it's like the how to buckle up on a plane instructions, and it says snake. That's kind of cool too. I wonder if that's a poster. We can read about it, guys. But nice cover on this one. I like the artwork. I mean, isn't that just the original poster? But that's pretty cool. And then on the inside, it looks like you got some alternate artwork as well. I don't know this movie enough to be like, oh, this is gonna look amazing on 4K. I'm sure because Arrow's doing it, it's gonna look pretty good on 4K. But let's see. Let's dive into the special features. This comes out on January the 20th, 2026. It's going for a price point of $35 on Arrow right now. I'm sure that price is going to drop. I mean, right before this comes out, I'm sure this will go down to like, I don't know, $28 or something on Amazon. But you got a brand new 4K restoration by Arrow Films. It's got Dolby Vision. It's got HDR10. You got 5.1, so it doesn't look like they're springing for the Atmos here. Then you got a brand new audio commentary. Then you got an archival audio commentary. You got Snakes on a Page, brand new mini documentary exploring the movie tie-in novelization phenomena, featuring publisher Mark Miller, historian David Spencer, and Krista Foss, author of Snakes on a Plane novelization. That's kind of interesting. I would definitely be interested in checking that out, because it is The movie novelizations are pretty cool because yes, you have your a lot of books that turn into movies, but then there were movies, and this was a craze like in the 90s and the 2000s. Like I remember having Independence Day, the novelization. There were several movies that I remember actually reading the novelizations of with the movies. So that's pretty cool that they're doing a feature like that, kind of exploring that. I think that's awesome. Then we've got Pure Venom, an archival feature on the making of the film, featuring interviews with the cast and crew. So that's an older one. Then you've got Meet the Reptiles, an archival featurette on the work of snake wrangler Jules Sylvester and the various snakes featured in the film. It looks like a lot of this stuff is archival, guys. Very interesting. So you just got the brand new mini documentary, you got a new audio commentary, and then you got a bunch of archival stuff that has been present on past releases. And then you got a couple of music videos here, Snakes on a Plane music video, Snakes on a Blog, an archival featurette on the hype surrounding the film prior to its release. I mean, I do remember the movie being pretty hyped. Like it was kind of a big deal when it came out. And I really don't know why, but it kind of was everywhere. Gag reel. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, guys, to be honest. I mean, I mean, I'm excited to watch that, but like, really, that's it? I mean, a brand new mini documentary, what's that going to be like 30, 40 minutes? A new audio commentary doesn't look like a lot was put into this. I'm going to be honest. Um, so, I'm excited for that one feature, but like, where's all the other cast and crew interviews? And I know Samuel Jackson wouldn't come back, but where's all that stuff? Yeah, that's a little disappointing to me. But am I just overblowing it? Do you think this is a nice addition? Again, leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Let's move on. Oh, there is a Blu-ray version of this coming out as well. So it's going to be a Blu-ray with a 4K scan on this one with all the same features for a little bit cheaper. If you'd rather just get the Blu-ray, you can do that for Snakes on a Plane. Now let's get into this one. I'm sure there's going to be some people excited for this. You got some Steven Seagal on 4K. Is this the first Seagal film in the Arrow video catalog? We've got Under Siege coming to 4K, guys, from Arrow Video. And you know what? Seagal's kind of a blind spot for me. I have not seen I feel like I've seen a couple of his movies when I was a kid, but I cannot remember what they were. Like maybe when I watch Under Siege, I'll remember parts of it. But I have not dove into the catalog of Sylvester Stallone, really, or not Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal. Of course, I have Stallone, but Steven Seagal, I haven't dove into his filmography. So I'm kind of excited to get this and to check it out. And I mean, look, when it gets to be like, January, February, like I'm in the mood to watch some action films. But again, can I reiterate, if Arrow Video wants to start doing action movies, can we get Broken Arrow? That's like the one. I mean, I want Con Air too, and some of those other titles, but I know that's Disney and there's different situations there. I don't think that Broken Arrow is Disney. Is it Disney? Maybe it is. But I really want a nice edition of Broken Arrow. I really do. I love that movie so much. And while you're doing action films, give us Broken Arrow. But we got Under Siege. I don't know what the rights issues are with the second one, but it kind of feels like a missed opportunity to not do Under Siege and Under Siege 2, like in a double pack release or something like that. But maybe they'll do that somewhere down the line. This is a Warner Brothers title, so it looks to be a continuation of their relationship with Warner Brothers. I mean, you're going to be seeing a lot of these types of movies, guys. So yeah, HDR on this one, Under Siege. I mean, this looks like the original poster. I do like the alternate artwork right there. I think that's pretty cool on the inside. That is pretty cool. $35 for this. This one comes out on January the 6th. So this will be coming out right at the beginning of the year. And yeah, this will be one of the first titles I probably review on the channel in 2026. I'm kind of excited for that. Brand new 4K restoration of the film from the original camera negative by Arrow Films, approved by director Andrew Davis. So it's a director approved restoration. You got brand new audio commentary with the director Andrew Davis. I'm on a boat with a bomb, a newly filmed interview. Let's see, brand new commentary, a newly filmed interview with director Andrew Davis. One of the guys, a newly filmed interview with actor Erica Elenick. A Tight Ship, a newly filmed interview with actor Damian Chapa. The Introvision Files, a newly filmed interview with visual effects supervisor William Mesa. So this is more in line with the treatment I expect, for an Arrow video release. You got 4 new interviews with the director, some of the cast and crew that worked on the film. This is a much better edition it looks like than Snakes on a Plane. Again, I'm a little disappointed in the work they put in to Snakes on a Plane. But yeah, a few new interviews here. Then you got brand new audio commentary and all the fixings with this one, guys. I'm excited for this. I am excited for this because I do know that this is one of Seagal's more celebrated films in his filmography. But let me know if you're excited for Under Siege. There is also a Blu-ray of this one that's going to be available as well for $28. So yeah, if you want to get the Blu-ray for this, you can. All right, let's get into this one, guys, because I'm kind of curious to see what they did with Evil Dead Rise. And we talked about this one coming ever since we started getting the cards in our releases and stuff like that, saying that they were going to do Evil Dead Rise. And I was kind of confused. I'm like, well, Evil Dead Rise already has a 4K. Warner Brothers put it out in the States, and they also, put out I think what was it, Studio Canal that has the rights in the UK. They put it out over there. Sorry, guys, I've got something in my throat. Let me take a drink real quick. I'm not going to edit this out, okay? But so we had this already in 4K. We have multiple editions, but I will say the release that came out in the States when it first came out, I don't think there was anything on it. I don't think there was features at all. I don't think there was a commentary. I think that came later with like subsequent releases. So we did eventually get some stuff. So there's people that could have bought this back in the day with nothing on it. So maybe you want a nice, prestige edition of this film with plenty of new features and that sort of thing. And I would completely understand that. The cover is great. I think they nailed the cover because that opening like scene shot of the film with the title card is really stunning and beautiful. So they absolutely nailed the artwork right there. I think that's really awesome. So yeah, very cool stuff. And then you got that, and then you got the reversibles, the original poster, which is not very good. Like I never thought the original poster of this movie when they first announced it was very good. It made it feel very generic, very like, controverse, straight to Walmart shelves, DVD, generic title. Like it does not, it's not a great poster for Evil Dead Rise. But this comes out on January the 13th. And let's see what we got here in terms of features. You've got 4K, UHD Blu-ray presentation, Dolby Vision HDR10. You got Dolby Atmos here as well. I don't know if that's an upgrade or not, or that's just carrying over the previous audio. Then you got an audio commentary. I think that's the one that they added later on. Then, oh my goodness, guys, you got a brand new interview with actor Lily Sullivan. You got a lot here, guys. So look, if you're gonna do this, okay, you're gonna do a 4K of a title that's already out on 4K, give it the full treatment. And it looks like Arrow's doing that. So, again, if you're a fan of this movie, you want all its extra material, this is gonna be a very exciting release for you. Mommy Deadite, brand new interview with actor Alyssa Sutherland. The Deadite's Daughter, a brand new interview with actor Gabriel Eccles. The Levitating Dead, a brand new interview with actor Anna Marie Thomas. Conjuring Deadites, a brand new interview with special makeup effects designer Luke Palti. Chopping Up Deadites, a brand new interview with editor Brian Shaw. Sonic Possessions, a brand new interview with sound designer Peter Albrechtsen. Music to Swallow Your Soul, a brand new interview with composer Stephen McKean. The Sound of Evil Dead Rise, a 2023 interview with Cronin and Albrechtsen by Glenn Kisser, director of Dolby Institute. So I think that was probably on one of the releases. Raising a new Evil Dead featurette, Ghost Train, a 2013 short film directed by Lee Cronin. Behind the scenes video clips and still gallery, concept artwork gallery, trailer TV spots. So all the stuff, collector's booklet in here as well. Double-sided fold-out poster. So yeah, they did some good work here, guys. There is eight brand new interviews in this. So I can't hate on that. Look, I'm not a huge fan of Evil Dead Rise. I saw it. I got the 4K when it came out. I watched it. It's my least favorite of the franchise. It's not a bad film. I don't think it's a bad movie by any means. I just thought it was a little hollow and just kind of generic with its scares and stuff. But there are some cool parts about it. And I do think that this edition, again, if you're a fan of this film, a fan of the franchise, is worth it. For sure, all the work that they're putting into it. I just can't say that I'm necessarily like excited to revisit the actual film. I will get this and I will probably talk about it on the channel, but I'm not exactly super excited for this. Like I would love this kind of treatment for Evil Dead 2013. because Scream Factory completely dropped the ball on that one. There was nothing new in terms of special features on that release. Very disappointing release that they tried to re-release in steelbook form like 8 times, it feels like. But they still don't want to add anything new to it with special features. But they're actually giving this one the full treatment. But I'll say this, Army of Darkness got a great set from Scream Factory. The first 2 movies, I feel like deserve some kind of treatment, especially like if they could get these, and I know Lionsgate had them at one time, but they do not have them anymore because those releases are out of print. I would love it if somehow Arrow Video got a hold of the original 2 Evil Dead films and put those out in individual box sets. Like, how awesome would that be? And also, like, I do hope they get 2013 at some point. I hope they get Evil Dead 2013 and they can do a release of that. I hope they can secure those rights from Screen Factor. I mean, the 4K from Screen Factor right now is going for like 14 bucks. So maybe they're trying to clear it out because they don't have the rights to it anymore. That's always possible. But yeah, Evil Dead Rise, cool cover. I mean, the cover is awesome. I mean, the edition looks like it's awesome. So if you're a fan of the movie, I imagine you're going to be excited for that. Let's move on to this Cheap Thrills. And I'm going to go over like what regions all these are coming out in when we get off or when we're done going over all the individual details. But Cheap Thrills, I think, is a US title. And I'm not too familiar with this movie. I know I have it in the collection though, because I remember getting this movie at a Dollar Tree back in the day for a dollar. So I have this on Blu-ray already for a dollar. I don't know if I need an Arrow Video version, for 28 bucks. But I mean, is this a good movie? Again, I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm sleeping on it. This comes out January the 27th. And let's look at the features here. You got a newly filmed interview with Pat Healy, Ethan Embry. Oh, cool. They got Ethan Embry and David Kochner on it, and Sarah Paxton, which is cool. With Friends Like These, newly filmed interview with director E.L. Katz and producer Tracy Stevens. Brand new audio commentary. I mean, you got several. Look at this thing. You got 4 new interviews here. So that's pretty cool for a Blu-ray edition. Making a Cheap Fills archive featurette. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. So yeah, I mean, I've had this movie on Blu-ray for the longest time, but now it's getting an Arrow release, so I can actually watch it, guys, because it's getting an Arrow release, right? Uh, I mean, that makes everything better. 28 bucks to get this though, guys. Oh, I do want to go back to Evil Dead Rise real quick, guys, because I said I was going to discuss the regions later, but Evil Dead Rise is only getting a US release, and I've heard that that's because Studio Canal owns it in the UK, and they were not, I guess, willing to work with Arrow Video to put it out over in the UK. So because they have the deal with Warner Brothers and that's who owns it in the States, that's why we're just getting the 4K in the States. So I did want to cover that real quick. This one's kind of interesting. We've got City Slickers getting a Blu-ray release. This is interesting both because this is not in the US, and I guess it's because Shout has the US Blu-ray rights, but also because why wouldn't you do a 4K of this? Like, I just feel like this is a movie that people would have wanted to see upgraded to 4K. Now, we just got that same kind of controversy with Deadly Friend. I don't think you need a 4K for Deadly Friend. City Slickers is a Western. Westerns look spectacular in 4K, so I don't know why you wouldn't do a 4K of City Slickers, but this is just a Blu-ray edition right here. It's going for 18 pounds in the UK, which is probably about 25 bucks over here. Really nice cover art on this one. I'll be honest, I don't own the Shout Factory version, so I may actually get this. But it's just one of those things where it's like, well, if I get this, are they going to upgrade it to 4K like in a year or something? You just never really know. But yeah, this is UK only, and you got some newly filmed interviews here. It looks like you got a few new interviews, and then you got some archival stuff that I'm sure was on the Shout Factory Blu-ray that came out years ago. But this looks like a good addition. I'm just kind of just curious why they didn't do a 4K of this one. That just kind of seems a little weird. It's a 2K restoration from a 4K scan, so it may be slightly better quality than the Shout Blu-ray. Because I don't know what that was. Maybe that was a 4K scan too. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. I mean, you got a few new interviews here, so that's pretty cool. But let me know what you think about the City Slickers Blu-ray from Arrow Video. Then we've got the Assassination Bureau limited edition Blu-ray. This is in the UK. So this came out in the States, I think 2 years ago. this came out, and I have it, but I haven't watched it yet, so I can't speak on the movie. This one looks like it has a slipcover though, and the one in the States did not. When this came out in the States, it just was a regular case. So that might be worth getting for some people. If you love this movie, maybe you want the slipcover for it, and maybe you'll double dip for it. But it's the exact same edition, comes out January the 5th. And yeah, all the same stuff in this. It looks like nothing different. But yeah, that one's coming out just in the UK, not in the US, because we already have it in the US. And lastly, this is a movie called Husera, the Bone Woman, limited edition Blu-ray. And I don't know what this movie is, but it's coming out in the UK only. It's got some alternate artwork right there, which is pretty cool. It comes in a nice slipcover. And motherhood is unexpected, it says. But you got a brand new audio commentary here, and you got a brand new video essay with this one. This is going for 18 pounds as well. So I mean, it looks like I guess a solid edition, but I'm not too familiar with this film. Well, let me see when it came out. This has got to be one of their newer films. Yeah, 2022 is when this came out. So this is a newer film. But yeah, let me know if you've heard of this film. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section. All right, let's get into just what regions all these are coming out in, because I think that's important to note for everybody. So Snakes on a Plane is going to be coming out in the UK, the US, and Canada. Under Siege is also UK, US, and Canada. So those releases are coming out everywhere, all the regions. Assassination Bureau UK, City Slickers UK, Husera UK, Cheap Thrills is just the US, and Evil Dead Rise is just Canada and US on 4K. So there you have it, guys. That is the Arrow video announcements for the month of January 2026. January 2026 is taking shape, guys. What do you guys think of the kickoff for the new year for Arrow Video? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you disappointed? We didn't get Salem's Lots. Like that was I thought with the trailer this week, that was kind of a shoe-in for the announcements. Kind of strange. They did not give us. I wonder if that's going to be a February release, maybe. But kind of weird. And then we got all those Halloween trailers, and they didn't even announce any kind of release for Halloween. I didn't think that was going to come out in January, but I thought they might do a little teaser and maybe show some artwork for next October or something. But kind of strange we didn't get any of that, and a little bit disappointing if I'm being honest. But there's some good stuff coming in January, guys. I'm kind of excited for Snakes on a Plane. I'm excited to dig into the Under Siege 4K as well, and even Evil Dead Rise, to dive into those special features. I'm kind of looking forward to. But let me know what you're looking forward to in the comment section below from Arrow Video in January 2026. Also, like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos. I will link this stuff down below, guys. So all these titles I went over, I'll leave the links from Arrow Video down below in the description, so you can purchase these if you choose to do so. Also, keep in mind they will be on Amazon probably in the next few days, and I'll link them when those links go live as well. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.